Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck, this series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists, and on today we have the winner of the UK and Ireland Remote Duel Invitational Qualifier. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Alright, I'm Josh Dickerson, and I won the event yesterday.
And you did so with Virtual World, the sort of undisputed best deck of the Western European regions, right?
I think Drytron's probably slightly better, but I didn't have the deck, and I already had the Virtual World, and I learned the combos and stuff, and it just felt like really consistent, and I was hoping I didn't run into many mirror matches, even though I knew it was going to be the best deck. But it worked out fine in the end, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. So you picked this because it's the best deck that you had available to you. We've seen a few people pick other decks to try and get away from the combo setup. You weren't too worried about people maining Lancia or whatever then?
Well, the thing is, I've always played Eldritch, and I have done it for at least a year now, and I've not had much success with it, so I was like, right, something's got to change here, surely. I've played the deck for a year, and let's see what else I've got. And because I already owned Virtual World, given how cheap the deck core actually is, I was like, right, I'll put my time and effort into learning this deck. And it didn't really take too long either, so I was just happy to play this for the event.
Cool. Okay, sure. Should we run through the card by card then, and we can get onto the details a little bit?
Yeah, can do.
Okay, so start off with your hand trap choices. So you went for Ash and Gamma. You didn't want Lancer in the main, which we saw was pretty popular, or Nib or anything like that?
So in testing, I did play more hand traps. I was actually playing Free Ash, the Gamma package, and also I believe I put in 2 Draw in the main.
Yeah.
But then I was at 41 cards, and I was like, right, 41's not bad when you're playing Gamma because it obviously reduced the risk of seeing Driver so much. But it wasn't consistent enough, and I kept not seeing I had to sacrifice basically playing the free goods if I wanted more hand traps. And I believe this deck can play through hand traps, so if I always have my engine going, then I'm bound to hopefully win. Unless my opponent opens 5 hand traps and whatever, then I can't lose, but it never happens, so...
Yeah, and you didn't even if they do open 5 hand traps, what deck can play off 1 card that's actually...
I mean, in the finals, sadly my mate Ben, who I did play against, he opened 5 hand traps. Yeah, that was not nice.
Yeah, it happens, I guess. Okay.
But no, consistency over more hand traps is just the best, because like I said, this deck does play through a myriad of hand traps.
Yep. And as a result, you've got the proper full-on Virtual World package. I think the only thing that we see change really is how many Nyan people are playing, and you went for the 2 instead of the 3, which I don't think it makes a huge difference, right?
Not really, because people are risking it banishing off desires, but if you just grab the Nyan first, start with a Lily or something, send it if you really need it. But even if you do banish it, it's not the end of the world. It's just a good card because it allows you to manage your resources properly with cards like Pot of Prosperity, because you can put back one of the cards that you banish anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not the end of the world if you banish it, but more than 2 is just unnecessary in my opinion.
Yeah, cool. And then everything else is playsets apart from obviously Chuchi, where you got the 2 and then the 1 Swanwu.
Yeah, because it's fine really. Queen Long is better at 3 because you always want it in graveyard for next turn for banish and stuff. And the Zangu is pretty good.
Yeah, it's it seems pretty busted. Just add another special summon into this deck.
It's not even that as well. People don't read its other effects, so if you do open it and you do set it, you can change the attack position of any monster in the field, and it rarely comes up. But in the top 8 against Owen, I did change his Nibiru token from defense to attack, and it allowed me to push for damage.
That's so weird. Well, that's cool. It's cool that it has that interaction, yeah.
It targets any monster, even your own. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I rate it.
Oh, if only you could play Borosword in this deck.
Oh, I kind of I am a fan of Link monsters when they came out, but I'm happy that there's a deck now that does not even need them anymore, because obviously Master of 5 and all that. So it is nice to see 0 Link monsters in the deck for once.
Yeah, that's true. Spell lineup, you got the 1 Italy, 3 goods. So a lot of people are playing goods at 1 or 2. Why did you go for 3?
So I was playing 2, and I was with 41 cards, like I said, and I thought it was fine. But then when I was actually testing with the physical cards, like on remote duels and stuff, I was like not seeing my engine for some reason. I was like, right, I need to mathematically like sort this deck out to the point where I will always see my engine. Yeah. And goods is a starter. That's it, really. Like, it's just a starter, and it's insane at 3.
Yeah, for sure. It's pretty cool. So yeah, this is another one, right? A lot of people play 3 Desires, 2 Prosperity, or 1 Prosperity. So that, like, when I look at your list, my assumption is you're focusing a lot more on guaranteed ways to see single engine cards rather than random ways to just plus, like, randomly.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And Prosperity allows you, it's duality for combo decks. Like, and any control deck that can play duality usually plays it. So now a combo deck has the same option to dig through any card. And even though it's only 1, you're going 6 cards deep in your deck. If any of those are bad, then there's something going wrong there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you go 6 cards in and you just see triple ash, triple gamma.
Yeah. But obviously still playing Desire is good, because as we all know, Desire says drop 2. So
yeah.
It's fine.
That's it for the main deck. Are there any changes you'd make post-event?
I'm just going to wait to see what happens with this ban list. Yeah, other than that, I feel like the main deck was fine. I'd helped making it and stuff anyways, but it worked out well, so it seems I wouldn't change anything at the moment in time.
Okay, sure. Let's jump to extra deck. I'm trying to think what here is like not standard. When I had a look at the other top 8 lists, some people weren't playing Beatrice, which seems a bit weird. It's like Beatrice is really useful.
It's not needed, but if you are gonna expect the mirror match like I was, send a Mischief of the Gnomes in game 2. It wins you the game. It won me my top 4 game. I won the die roll. It played out normally. I won game 1, he won game 2. Then in game 3, I went Mischief of the Gnomes off of my Beatrice, I believe.
Yep.
And it was just won me the game.
Yeah, that seems so good.
Also, in weird hands too, you can send, because it sends any card, right? So I remember in practice, I needed a tuner on the board, so I made that, and I sent the Nyan, and I managed to normal summon the GG or something, and it got the tuner that I needed to combo off.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I like Beatrice, it's cool.
Yeah, I think there are just like, there's some lines that it greatly advances, right? Just some slightly awkward hands that you fix with it. But then obviously like space becomes a teeny bit tighter because you got 1 slot used up. So you didn't want to use like Utopic Future?
Utopic Future's good, like, but I wasn't expecting many people to be playing Dragoon, for example. And even if they were, I can get over it with a Zeus or something instead. So it just seemed unnecessary, because I feel like Utopic Beyond is only ever used for that reason, to get over untargetable cards. But Zeus exists, so it's a wasted spot in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. What else? Fortune Tune. Some people play it, some people don't. How do you feel about it?
It was either that or Break Sword. Yeah. But sometimes a Break Sword get to pop itself, and Fortune Tune is a guaranteed Zeus.
Yeah.
So I like it. Tack into anything, detach, whatever, make Zeus next main phase. So it's great.
Cool. I guess the only other absence I noticed from the extra deck is like Coral Dragon, but I think that comes back to the same point that I mentioned earlier, where you don't really care about just drawing random cards, right?
Yeah, so you either play Coral or you play Stardust.
Yeah. And
in testing, I felt like I needed the Stardust more, because obviously Coral Dragon being a tuner can be an issue in some places, so I thought, nah, Stardust it does the same thing near enough.
Yeah.
I guess you can use its discard effect to pop a card, but if you're doing that, then you're wasting your hand resources, and Crocosaur does that anyways, so it's not needed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's jump onto side deck. So, I really like this one. The 1 Cycle Reader, the 1 Crescendo. You've got 3 goods in the main. You've also got the Beatrice to send it.
Yeah.
It seems just like a really nice option.
Yeah, and it was either playing multiple copies of Cycle Reader or multiple copies of Droll, and even though Drytron is, in my opinion, the best deck, I still don't feel many people are investing in cards at this moment in time, given like lockdown and whatever. So I didn't expect like loads of Drytron, and Droll hits decks like Dino, Invoked as well. So it was either playing multiple Cycle Readers or the Droll.
Yeah.
But Crescendo concerts the one of Psychomedia anyways, like you said, so playing the one was fine for this event.
Is that something you might change if Drytron picks up in the future? Just chuck in the more
because obviously you want to see Psychomedia go on second as well, right?
Yeah.
Whereas if you're like playing one, you're not really that's not gonna happen. So if Drytron, if I feel more people are picking it up anyways, definitely playing more comps to that.
Yep.
But then again though, Droll does like mess up with that deck too, so it's personal choice in the end, I think.
Okay, sure. What else? We got the Lanciers, pretty standard. And then
Lanciers is insane.
Oh yeah, Lanciers busted, right?
It's been good for like 2-3 years, near enough as well. Like consistently, like near enough every format we've had. Yeah,
well, we've had Orcus formats, we've had, I mean, even you could use it in ABC, way back.
I played ABC, I missed that deck.
Oh, that deck was so good. But then Psycho Reader, everyone's on Psycho Reader now, so.
I haven't played Psycho Reader since Blue Eyes format, that was bad.
Yeah. What else? You got the Ghost Spells.
Yeah, Ghost Spells insane.
Yeah. This is...
Stop Sanguine, stops Lao, stops GG,
I think
stops Zangwu.
as soon as you start considering like Dogmatica and Eldritch as like a deck that you're actually going to face, it becomes really hard not to play Ghost Spell. But then if
I expected so much more Eldritch than I faced. I played with one, I believe, and obviously it's just good against Sanguine.
Yeah. You just got too high an opinion of the deck. Having played. It's
also it's quite affordable now. I mean, lands are expensive, but if you had them beforehand, like Lords are 6 quid. So it's definitely a good choice still. I'd still probably consider playing it in the future personally.
Yeah. Okay. Then you got the 1 Feather Duster, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Reboot. So Lightning Storm's really popular at the moment. As is the Rise of Subterra and Waking the Dragon.
Yeah.
So do you still feel like Lightning Storm is the correct card to carry on playing?
Yeah, because I don't... Guru is popular, I guess.
It's not that popular.
Well, you said it's risen in popularity, obviously.
Yeah.
But if they've got Waking the Dragon, they've kind of got it, then they're a good player, I guess.
That's true. Apart from Owen, poor Owen with the double Waking.
I knew he was playing Waken, sadly, because obviously I'm friends with Owen. We've tested and stuff, so I knew he wasn't playing Torrential, and if the cards were strikes, he would have used them already. So I was like, nah, they're Wakens. I can just push again.
Yeah.
Like it's good playing against your mates and stuff, but when you know each other's decks, it kind of becomes a bit like can't bluff each other anymore.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that is it for the deck itself. Any changes you think of for the side deck or the extra deck, or were you happy with the whole lot?
For this particular event, I was happy, but like I said, if there is a ban list upcoming and stuff, I'll have to revisit the deck and see what happens and goes from there, really. And if I feel more Drytron, then we'll just have to go from there, really.
Yep. Okay. Do you know what your matchups were for the different rounds?
Yeah, I do actually. So, my matchups were very strange, and when I say them, you may feel like I had a bit of almost a free tournament in some ways, but I promise you it wasn't as easy as it sounds. So, round 1, I played against Trains.
Okay. Was this like proper trains, or was this like infinite track trains?
Like infinite track trains, yeah.
Okay. That's almost.
And that deck was very scary because I know they can OTK. I've lost to them at regionals in the past, but their deck doesn't have an answer to BFD, so there we go.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, an urgent schedule plus the field spell is 3 monsters as well. Yeah. That was ridiculous. Then round 2, I played against the Virtual World Mirror, which I actually lost.
Okay.
It went to game 3. It was a very dice rolly, that matchup. It can be. It either becomes very dice rolly or very grindy, 1 of the 2.
Yeah.
Round 3 was against pure zombies.
Okay.
Not Eldritch zombies, just pure zombies. You know, rivalry, zombie world, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't open it. I got super polyed, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting, right? Because Zombie World doesn't really do anything to your deck. You care more about the levels than the type, right?
Yeah, I rate Zombie World as a card if Dragon Link was the best deck again, like it was last format or the format 4. Can't remember now. Because they can't play Dragon Link with Zombie World. It's pretty good. Then the next round was against Eldritch Zodiac, which is the deck I thought I'd be playing against much more.
Yeah.
But the guy was playing like, not to knock the guy or anything, but he was playing like Dragoon with the Eldritch card and the Zoo cards.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a very strange match. Then after that was the final round of Swiss, I believe, was against Plunder Patrols.
Yep.
Like Plunder Patrols so late in tournament as well on a high table, so he done very well to get past that. Oh, sorry, I missed Plunder. Sorry, Plunder was the last one. The one before that was Dinos, which I drew against. I finished X1-1 in Swiss.
Okay.
Yeah, I had the dinosaur player. Then we got to the top cut after that. Yeah. I had Owen. He's playing Guru, of course. That was a frustrating floodgate matchup, but I don't think he saw enough engine. He just saw his floodgates, and then, like I said, this deck can play through a lot of interruptions. So that happened there.
Yeah.
Then it was against top 4 was the Virtual World mirror match again.
Yeah.
In that match, it was just Mischief and Gnomes GOAT, of course. Then in the finals, I played against my good friend Ben, who was also playing Virtual World.
Yeah.
And he, if anyone has seen it, he opened double Ash, double Lancia Gamma in game 3.
Yeah.
And he never drew any of his engine. So I feel really bad for him. Like, I love Ben so much, but
Oh, I should have just played fewer hand traps.
he was playing a very similar list to mine, because this list is essentially his. We like, he helps me build my decks a lot, so
Yeah. Okay.
it just happens. It happens every once in a while. I mean, he was first in Swiss, so his deck was perfectly built.
Yeah.
Until the finals.
Yeah, until he faced you. And then,
It's literally just the look of the draw.
Yeah, I mean, none of those cards that he had in his hand are cards you wouldn't have in the main deck, right? When you're going into game 3,
Yeah.
you're gonna have your Ashes, your Gammas, your Lancias, like.
Yeah, of course, especially because I was going first, because it was game 3, I wouldn't get 2, so.
Yeah, so there's literally nothing he did wrong there. Just got.
No, nothing wrong at all.
Yeah. That's just how the game works.
Yeah, sadly so.
Cool. Have you got any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, I'll shout out Ben from Tier 0, who I obviously played in the finals. Good friend of mine, helps me build my decks, helps me test, and like just all around good guy. And same with Pat as well. Pat and Ben, like I probably wouldn't have done so well without them. And then last shout out is to all the Bobes boys in the Discord,
Yeah.
who provide the best just the best banter and stuff. Like big up Bobes boys.
They're always backing you. It's always great to
Yeah.
see. Cool. Well, thanks very much for talking us through your list. Congratulations on getting first place at the RDIQ.
Yeah. Cheers.
And yeah, hopefully we'll see you again on the channel in the future.
Hopefully got the European one in 2 weeks, so let's see how that goes.